this arc continues. What am I talking about? Yesterday, we made a video. cawcawTV got a racist video taken down. And if you don't know, I gotta do this every time. It's our favorite pet, Triggy Senpai. At this point, I might just call him Triggy Somali. This is a rage bait channel that is just getting dunked on every time, crying and complaining, and he basically had a live video where he made derogatory statements targeting specifically Asian people with negative stereotypes, left it up. He got reported for violating the TOS, and the video got taken down. But do you think that someone like him would learn a lesson? Do you think someone like him that rage baits and is just hateful and has cultivated a community of just trolls and haters would learn a lesson and be better? No. Absolutely not. And we have this now. Low-key, I appreciate this. He spent his own time to make this. Do you understand? Grown-ass man with an actual 9-to-5 job, unlike me, because I'm an unemployed, I'm an unemployed, unproductive member of society, has made this picture. This is a crazy picture, bro. Let's assess the picture right now. So what's going on? I think this is a Family Guy edit, right? This is a Family Guy edit. I have Diddy baby oil on my left hand. And I think that's supposed to be my gooning hand, right? So I'm really jacked in just one arm. I think this is supposed to be Quagmire. Is it Quagmire? It is. Who are these characters, by the way? I think they're supposed to be lollies. Who are these characters? Does anybody know? Any lolicons in chat? Who's the one on the body pillow here? Anybody? No idea? What about the one on the Higurashi character? Yeah, only Triggy knows that. Why does he know more about lollies than I do? This is a very important question. Is Rika? Okay. I think now you could say that he, randomly picked some lollies just to like call me like a pedo or something, but like anybody that watches my content knows how anti-lolicon I am, right? I think I am one of the few people that don't just say, oh, based, cultured, when like lolicon stuff happens. I'd say, this is weird and this is the thing that's keeping the anime community back. But anyways, aside from that, we got a bunch of lollies, some questionable spots on the wall, and baby oil and me. And I look pretty jacked. It's not a bad face on me either. I think that everything that Triggy does is like a projection. That like he actually does goon to lollies, and that he is the type of weirdo that he, calls other people out for. And at this point, he loves me, man. He genuinely loves me. He is obsessed with me. Let's read the post. So let me get this straight at cawcawTV. You and your whiny ass fans. It's funny that you say whiny because like you're the one crying and whining every single time while we're laughing at you. Mass reported my stream for cyberbullying, but you left your response video where you're insulting me out. Again, the dishonesty, the disingenuous takes. It's so frustrating because everything he says is so riddled in lies and twist the logic. No. This is not cyberbullying. You made racist remarks about Asian people, specifically targeting me for my race. It's also so funny that like you call yourself Triggered Senpai. Your entire content revolves around content made by Asian people. You would think someone like that would have a little bit more respect for Asian people, but no. You had a live stream where you, instead of like countered my logical takes about what kind of person you are, you resorted to basically just racism. People reported for you because I have a lot of Asian fans in my channel, and you got your video taken down. And it's so funny that a person who tries to label me as racist literally uses racism, gets taken down by YouTube for violating the terms and service, but he's still the one calling me a racist. It blows my mind. It genuinely is like mind-blowing how delusional, how hypocritical this person is, but you gotta remember, this is a rage bait channel. Everything he does is not supposed to make sense. Hopefully intentionally, right? I hope that like he's smart enough to understand what he's doing, but there's a part of me that thinks he's actually so retarded that he doesn't know what he's doing. And I don't know which outcome is worse. A grifter that is aware, or someone so dumb they don't even understand how much of a fool they're making themselves. Oh yeah, part 2 coming soon, and I'm not holding back this time. I did with them A-list ninjas. Low-key, I kind of want to bring the A-list team on my channel. A-list basically is, let's see. A-list anime revisited. This is a channel that basically, this is a channel that criticizes, you know, videos like Trigger Senpai's Rage Baits. And because the videos have revisited colon and then the title and a thumbnail that basically only has revisited over it, Trigger Senpai sent a false copyright strike saying they're stealing my content and abused that. You are a person that abuses the copyright strike system in order to censor others. This is fundamentally different from you being racist and getting reported and getting your video taken down. What happened to you was legitimate. What happened to A-list was fraudulent. I would never send you a copyright strike, because not even to my worst enemies would I ever abuse that system. The copyright strike system, we just talked about that, the case of Freshest Anime happening right now. It is so frustrating how broken it is. And to have creators abuse this stuff, it is disgusting. I think you should straight up be deplatformed or banned if you abuse the copyright system and you're proven to be fraudulent in that. It is so cringe, bro. Here's the video where we basically just made fun of it again. And it's basically a humiliation ritual at this point. The racist that doesn't belong to this era. I think he's in love with me and he has a humiliation fetish. Lamau got me laughing so hard. Farming up pet. Kaka got that sleeper bill. He doesn't even deserve the title The Fool. Grabs a popcorn. The rage bait is perfect. I wouldn't be surprised if he makes a Lord of the Mysteries trash videos to spy Kaka. Congrats on 47k. Hope you hit 50k before September. Maybe. I've seen and read many movies and novels from Eastern, Western genre, blah, blah, blah. Okay, just ReZero stuff. Arguing with a dumb person is way harder than arguing with a smart person. This, I think, is one of the most frustrating things too, right? Because I come in here with good faith every time. Every single time I come in here and try to use logic and try to basically attack the ideas that he's spewing to prove him wrong. But then he basically says, nuh-uh, goes on an emotional argument, crashes out, and then makes a fool of himself. And I have to sit here and be like, what are we doing? I think most people watching these videos can completely understand which side is right. It's also crazy that like he's basically saying, I was only given a warning, so let's make my first strike worth it. This is why I'm calling him Johnny Somali. You know why I'm calling him Johnny Triggy Somali? It's because this idiot goes on a tour in Asia, acts racist, makes insane comments, just harasses everybody for clicks and views because he's a rage baiter. But at the same time, he documented everything. Through his live streams, he has documented every single offense to the point the Korean court will basically be like, no, there's no plausible deniability. You recorded yourself violating all these shit. Why? And this is in China. That's crazy that you would do this in China. And this is the same thing he's doing right now. You are straight up saying, I was given a warning. Let's make my first strike worth it. He's gonna double down. He's gonna go live. He's gonna crash out and start acting like an animal again and make racist comments about Asian people. That blows my mind. And like, I am kind of like worried. I'm worried because I don't want his videos to get taken down. Because I love reading his comments where he gets cooked in his own videos so I can make fun of him more. If you do this and you break the TOS again and you genuinely get community guideline strikes where your channel gets deleted, we can't have fun drama content anymore. Like, I am totally fine just bantering about anime stuff and having fun and causing reality TV drama. But if you crashed out like Johnny Somali and you get your channel deleted, we don't have content anymore. There's other content I can farm, but like, I'm genuinely like warning him, please don't do this for your own sake. Go live and make some fun of me for everything aside my race. You make racial comments, you already have a warning. You're even documenting yourself saying, I'm gonna break the TOS again. Bro, come on. You're better than this, right? But that's the thing. I don't know if he's better than this. Caca showing attention to his pet so that the pet can grow. Caca built like a beast. React Messiah Sequence 1 versus Friar Crier Babbler Sequence 9. Caca is my favorite racist is a crazy comment. Caw might have to start being charged after living rent-free in Trigger's head for this long. Yeah, I haven't even paid rent just yet, bro. Sequence 0 versus Sequence 3 Demigod is a crazy comment. Twiggy Senpai farming emotional damage. Oh, my comment made into the video. Blood needs to get a life. But that's all he does. His entire life is like hating his existence and being jealous of me. And I can't imagine a person that like wakes up every day angry, frustrated. Like, you need to understand, he's spent time editing in Photoshop doing this to think that like this is insulting me. Do you understand what kind of miserable life you must live to like be hateful every day? Like, you have one shot at life. You have a limited amount of time and then you die. You choose to get angry and upset and frustrated and then get made fun of over and over again. At this point, I think you're a masochist. I think that he is a masochist that enjoys getting like whipped by me, and he is like gooning to this shit. Maybe he enjoys the rage bait and gets the negative engagement, because again, right, there's a lot of people where they're devoid of anything in life. The mentality is they have no relationships, no fulfilling hobbies, nothing that like keeps them happy. They're devoid of dopamine rush, and they realize if I just say hateful stuff online, then I get traffic, because negative engagement gets people riled up. And even though other people are gonna hate on me now, at least I'm getting numbers going up, imaginary internet points. That's what the kids do on Twitter. And this gives them some sort of like feeling of like, oh, I'm not numb. You know what I mean? Like, they are so empty that even this cheap thrill is enough for them to realize I'm alive. And they continue to engage in this behavior, and it's actually like really depressing if you think about the psychology behind it. He's the perfect Edgar main, jumps on everyone with no regard for strategy. Trigger Senpai is trying so hard. He got farmed and I didn't realize it. Be for real. I'm black and I have no problem with you saying monkey because I can feel the intention. It's not bad in intention. Plus, I love your reaction videos. Now this is too funny, and being racist doesn't help because some of the best doers are black and Asian. It's so crazy how like he basically like hides behind this armor of he's racist. He called me a monkey. This is a guy that makes anonymous videos that doesn't show his face, and I called him a monkey based on how he's behaving, a person, a human that is unable to control their emotions and will crash out. A human being has a brain and logic that can control their emotions. You showed to me during the ReZero drama arc that you are incapable of that, and I called you a monkey. And then he says, I'm black, you're a racist. This is crazy. How was I supposed to know? And on top of that, I don't even care if you're black, if you're Indian, if you're Asian, you're white. None of that matters. I'm judging you as a human being. And if you truly cared about racism, why would you use racism back? Just think about that for a second. Nobody that actually cares about these racial issues would ever use racism to hurt someone back, because this is not a principled stance. This is a grifter who understands that like, oh, this is an opportunity for me to basically use racism against an Asian person by being completely disingenuous. I'm gonna misinterpret his intentions and just be racist. And then you got your video taken down because you broke the TOS. It's crazy. It's unbelievable how much of a victim and a crybaby he is. Everything he does is cry and whine about his problems and complain that like we are the ones whining. That is unreal. Every video I laugh at you and I break apart everything happening, and then people laugh at you for it because it's so obvious what's going on. The thing about the whole black thing too is utterly ridiculous, because you're basically saying I need to listen to how you speak in your videos, racially profile you, and say, ah, this is a black person based on how they speak. I think that concept, again, is so beyond racist. An anonymous person making videos rage baiting because they're too afraid to put their face on the screen because they try to do that shit in the earlier, beginning of their channel and they got cooked for it. And then I'm supposed to say, oh, this is how a black person talks. What are you talking about? But again, like, I don't expect someone as stupid as him to understand this concept. Got the highlight from the S-Class Farmer. I knew it was coming. I thought it will still be a while until Bake starts getting uploaded. What are you even talking about, dumbass? Truly the crash out of this era. I made a battle in comments defending my Monkey King. Instead of rage baiting, why don't trigger joy baiting instead? For example, I think animes go to 10 out of 10. Because joy baiting doesn't get the same amount of attention. Just glazing isn't enough. Negative emotions are way more volatile, especially in social media, like Twitter, for example, where contrarian beliefs, and the more retarded you are, the more people get upset, engage with it, and then they realize, oh, engagements are going up. Therefore, people realize I'm going to be even dumber. I'm going to be disingenuous in the things that I say and just hate stuff that's popular because this gets me clicks. Those type of people are genuinely the bottom of the barrel, no charisma, no personality. You have nothing of substance and all you can do is hate on popular things because this is your cheap way of getting engagement. And the funniest thing is, they're not even your fans. They just want to be hateful and they're empty views, man. One of the points you constantly pulled out when you were watching ReZero Season 1 video is watch Season 2 one because that's where I go deep about what's wrong with ReZero. Part 1 is just me crashing out, so why not watch it? Actually, I'm from his side, but one thing I gotta say is he is not on the same page as you. 6.5 he gave to Taco People was not for production value, but for the show, but only towards the story part, which is too ridiculous. We got motherfuckers coming from his camp saying this guy is out of line. Triggy is the GOAT. Oh, we got a Triggy fan. I think this is his alt account right over here. Anything else? And that's pretty much it. Apparently he can only go live on Thursday or Friday, so we're gonna have to hold this drama in hiatus until this upcoming Thursday or Friday. And man, it's gonna be a fun stream. Everybody is excited. His fans are like eating this stuff up because I am a generous god. I'm so generous and I will give you the viewership and I will give you the attention. Without me, you can't have these streams. But you can't be racist, man. If you're racist and you publish it and you document yourself breaking the terms of service, that's on you. He's so delusional though that like he thinks that his videos got taken down in like an unjust way. Unjust way is you sending a copyright strike to A-list for putting the title and a thumbnail that you use with other fonts and captions. It's ridiculous. But again, this person is so ignorant and stupid. He's a caveman. I don't expect him to understand, but like, for your own sake, please, just make fun of me for everything aside my race, and we can make fun of each other and have more content, and everyone will eat it up in a fun reality TV way. If you start acting like Johnny Somali though, you straight up will become Triggy Somali, man.